Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. So, we got a juicy one today. This is something that comes up often. And as I wrote in the description of this, I polled nearly 215 people, and over 75% agreed that one of the most frustrating things and one of the things that they wish improved was the limitation on the amount of spam messages that they are getting on LinkedIn. So, what I wanted to do today was go over the do's and do nots of LinkedIn messaging. So, if you may be falling into that category of you're doing this, or maybe you're falling into the category of things that you should improve upon and do better, we're going to go over all that and more. So, let's dive in. So, Scott Aaron here again, every Monday and Thursday between 10 and 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for these live trainings. As you come on, as always, please pop into the comments below. Please say hi and where you are tuning in from, or hashtag live, or drop in the city, the state, the country, the province, where you happen to be watching this in the world. And don't forget to tag some people, share this video out, and please don't forget to like, love, support, whatever reaction you would like to leave on this video, but please don't forget to follow me and turn on my LinkedIn notification bell so you are notified of all the content that I do produce each and every week on LinkedIn. So, and if you have your morning coffee, please continue to enjoy it with me. So it's interesting. I've talked about this topic before, and it seems to be very cyclical in the sense that there are a lot of people that are frustrated or annoyed or would like to see something different in regards to the way that people are messaging. And, this something that I always talk about is you never want to message someone in a way that you wouldn't want to be messaged as well. And, Nancy and I talk about it, and it's called the smell test, right? If the message you're about to send stinks, don't send it. And you always want to put yourself in the shoes of the person that you are sending this message to. If you yourself wouldn't even respond to this message, why would you send that type of message in the first place? So there are 3 do's and there are 3 do nots of things that you want to abide by when you are messaging people on LinkedIn. So you can always, and throughout this training, drop a Y or a yes if you feel that you are getting too many spam messages on LinkedIn. Now, first and foremost, I want to go over the 3 do nots. Okay. So, number 1 is never ever use an automated messaging service. So, there's a lot of falsified information out there that you will hear from people that you can use some sort of marketing company or messaging service company, and they will handle your outbound LinkedIn messages for you, book your appointments, this, that, or the other. And it's done automatically. So it's a software that's attached, this, that, or the other. Well, if anyone was to read the user agreement, it actually clearly states in the do nots that we are not allowed, we are forbidden by agreeing to the user agreement of LinkedIn that we cannot use any automated processes, bots, or services that connect and message for us. Now, there are plenty of people that are flying under the radar and they're doing this, but I can promise you they're not getting results because the average LinkedIn networking and business professional can tell right away that it's an automated message. They can tell the way that it's scripted, the way that it's paragraphed, that it's not a genuine message. It's not being sent from a real account in the sense that that person is not typing the message and sending it. Now, here's the other thing. You run the risk if you're using software LinkedIn combs through the platform each and every day looking for people that are A, using these automated softwares, and B, kicking them off. People are literally getting their accounts restricted and deleted because they are violating the user agreement. So if you want to dance with the devil, so to speak, and take that chance and risk all of your LinkedIn hard work, all of your LinkedIn connections, all of your LinkedIn content to automate a very, very easy and simple process, then by all means, go for it. I wouldn't risk it because, again, if you're using LinkedIn to build your business, if you're using LinkedIn to build connections, it's not worth it. Now, where people are being fed misinformation is a lot of these marketing companies are telling you that they're following the guidelines of what you can and can't do on LinkedIn, meaning they're only messaging a certain amount of people, they're only connecting with a certain amount of people, and that very well may be true. But what they're not admitting to is they are violating the user agreement in the sense that you can't have any automated processes and automatic processes in place. So, first and foremost, never ever use any automated processes. So, again, if this is clear, if this is making sense, drop a Y or yes in the comments below. Please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, or just type in the city, state, country, province that you are watching this to and from. The second thing that you do not want to do is never, ever send an 18-paragraph long drunkalog verbal vomit message upon connecting with someone. Now, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, I don't think any of us have been immune to this, meaning I think at some point, in some place in time, we've gotten one of these messages. And I can tell you, plain and simple, that that also reflects an automated process. Now, here's the thing. Anyone in their right mind that is looking to genuinely connect with other people, you are not looking to sell and pitch people that way. You are not looking to send that. Hey, Jeff, thanks for jumping on, my friend. And the fact of the matter is that you should never, ever, upon connecting with someone, send them some long message that is pitching them on something or selling them on something. But again, you have to understand that when people are being messaged on LinkedIn, they don't want to read through a 6-minute message. Meaning, the most valuable commodity someone has is their own time. So why would you take up someone's time and sending them a message that's going to take them 3 or 4 minutes to read? And everything that I teach people to do is to be very straightforward, straight to the point, short, concise, so the person can read the message and clearly see if they do or do not want to take the conversation further. And I don't know who's teaching these methodologies, but I for one, always give that person that's messaged me that very long message, I give them some constructive feedback. I would recommend, not sending a message like this. It's not genuine, it's not authentic, and it's not landing the right way. And, I don't think anyone wants to be sold or pitched to, but I always try to turn the mirror around. I said, would you yourself respond to a message that you sent me? And most of the time they don't respond back because they know they're wrong. So Jeff made a really great point. He said there's a huge difference between offering a solution versus selling. And I'm going to get to this, and I'm glad Jeff pointed this out, because this spray and pray methodology that Jeff is mentioning, the selling portion, there's a lot of people that are just messaging as many people as they can, thinking, okay, if I toss enough bait out into the lake, I'm going to get a bite at some point, which is not true. You have to think about, do I want to be sold to? Do I want to be pitched to? No. Again, we all want to have success on LinkedIn. We all want to acquire clients, and we all want to increase the value of our business. But you want to offer a solution. You don't want to sell people, to Jeff's point. So if that all makes sense so far, drop a Y or a yes in the chat below, as Jeff has done. Please let me know what city, state, country, or province you are watching this to and from, or hashtag live. If you're on the replay, use hashtag replay so I do know to go back and say hello and thank you for joining. Please like, love, support, whatever reaction you would like to leave on this video. And don't forget to follow me on my LinkedIn profile and turn on my LinkedIn notification bell. And do feel free to tag some people in the comments that you know could benefit from this or would find value. And you can also share it on your timeline as well. Now, the third and final do not before we get to the do's. And Peter, good to see you. Yeah, messaging shouldn't be your elevator pitch. I love that. So, Jeff and Peter, you are spot on. It should not be your elevator pitch. Now, to kind of piggyback off of what Jeff and Peter said, do not sell and pitch someone on something they don't even need or make bold promises. And I think people have seen this over and over again on LinkedIn. I got a message the other day that, someone messaged me out of the blue. I accepted their connection request. I immediately got a message, which means they're using an automated service. And it was like, hey, Scott, how would it feel to have appointment setters booking 30 qualified calls per week? And if not, we give you your money back. Like, I'm sorry. It's not possible. I got another message that said, hey, Scott, how would it feel to add an additional $50,000 a month in revenue in only 6 weeks with our company's system that's in place? I'm sorry. That is a bold promise that you're not going to be able to keep. It's just not possible with the numbers. It's not. People, you can try to prove me wrong all day and night. I can guarantee you that is like playing the lottery. And we know what happens. Most people don't win the lottery. The other thing that I'm seeing people do is pitching and selling someone something, whether it's the note in the connection request or that initial message, on something that person doesn't even need. How does this person know I need an appointment setter? How do they know that I need an additional $50,000 in revenue to my business? They don't even know where my business is or how much money I'm making. They don't even know how many appointments I'm booking right now organically on my own. So the fact is, people make these assumptions. And again, this goes back to what Jeff said, offering a solution versus selling. And again, what Peter said, your message shouldn't be your elevator pitch. Never, ever. You do not sell and pitch someone on something they don't even need or make any bold promises. So again, I want you to run through the filter again, before you send a message, right? Before you send a message, you have to really ask yourself, is this a message that I would respond to? Would I find value in this message? Would I reply back and want to get on the phone with this type of person? But at the end of the day, if you're selling and pitching someone in that initial message, you also need to ask yourself, do I want to be sold and pitched to? And I guarantee you the answer 10 out of 10 times is no. No one wants to be sold and pitched to. So why would you sell and pitch someone else? I know it seems so obvious and so clear, but it needs to be reminded. So again, do not use any automated services that are messaging for you. It's violating the user agreement. You can get your account deleted. Do not send an 18-paragraph long drunkalog verbal vomit message upon connecting with someone. And do not pitch someone on something they don't even need or make any bold promises. Now let's get into the 3 do's of LinkedIn messaging. So number 1, do message someone in a very authentic and genuine way. Now, I know that sounds so obvious, but it's missed. Being genuine and being authentic goes a long, long way in business, right? Something my mom always told me growing up is treat others the way that you would want to be treated in return. So I always look to treat people with honor, with respect, and with professionalism, because that's the way that I would want to be treated back. So when I message someone on LinkedIn, it's with genuine care, genuine interest, and genuine intrigue as to what it is that they do. My objective on LinkedIn is to never sell and pitch the other person. Hey, Susan, good to see you jumping on. And Peter said, back to basics. It's great. Yeah. Back to basics. Again, I think we overcomplicate this process. So you have to think about, growing up as a kid, my dad always told me that I was a very, very inquisitive person. I loved asking questions. Even growing up in school, I never had a problem raising my hand and asking something if I wanted to know a little bit more or if I wanted clarity on something. And I really brought that into the way that I message people on LinkedIn because I am so genuinely interested in other people. And I think people forget about this. You can only tell and know so much by someone's LinkedIn profile. And I think we can all agree on that. You know, you can read about what someone does, but do you really know who the person is and what they're actually doing and what their passion is? No. But you can find that out by getting on a discovery call with them. So, again, what's that middle ground or what's that middle step to make that happen? To get on that discovery call, and it's messaging someone in a very authentic and genuine way, showing your interest, showing your intrigue, and showing your honest curiosity about who they are and what they do. So if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. And Susan, you are so welcome. I love seeing people popping on here. So again, if that's making sense, Y or yes in the chat. Again, if you're coming on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, or let me know where you're coming in from, like Susan has done and like Jeff has done. You can use the word hashtag live or hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. And please do not forget to like, love, support, whatever reaction you would like to leave this video. Let me know whether it's insightful, celebrating, supporting, loving it, whatever it is, or even liking it. And don't forget to follow me on my LinkedIn profile and turn my notifications on, my LinkedIn bell, so you are notified. And what their real struggle, and Peter says what their real struggles are. And again, I think this goes back to being a solution-oriented person. And I think this is something that Jeff said earlier, offering a solution versus selling. That is so, so important. And Ferlin says, hi from Malaysia. Good to see you jumping on. South Africa. Awesome. Thank you, Pete. Hashtag live. Good to see everybody jumping on. So again, do message someone in a very authentic and genuine way. Now, just wanted to make sure. And if I'm coming through loud and clear, you guys can see and hear me, please drop a Y or a yes. Again, in the comments below, just want to make sure that everyone is hearing me loud and clear. Now, number 2, the second do of messaging people on LinkedIn. Do seek to message someone so you can connect with them offline to get to know one another better. I know that's a mouthful. Do seek to message someone so you can connect with them offline to get to know one another better. I want to go back to something that Peter said. He said, get back to the basics. This is something that needs to be reinforced. And you know why? Because people are forgetting about the basics. People are forgetting about the foundational things that have allowed businesses to grow and scale. And one of the main foundations that have allowed businesses to grow and scale and prosper is organic networking. That's what LinkedIn's all about. If you are taking the notion, if you are taking the stance of reaching out to people, right? Reaching out to people in a very authentic and genuine way where you do want to get them offline. You don't want to go through messaging battles. And Jeff says, yes, we deal with people with respect. Yes, that's what it's all about. And it's got to be a mutual respect. Here's the big thing. If you are not genuinely excited and intrigued and interested in other people, you may have to reevaluate why you're in business. And Peter says it's all about building authentic relationships. 100%. If you look at some of the greatest business minds and some of the greatest businesses, they've grown because of the connections that they have. the relationships that they have built. And Susan says organic networking. Love that. I mean, again, it's authentic relationships. It's not so much what can I do for you? It's what can we do for each other? And there's a big difference. There's a big difference. It's not what can I do for you? It's what can we do for each other? And here's the thing. When you're reading through a message that's very genuine and authentic, where the person is not selling or pitching, you're going to have an elevated response rate of people saying, yeah, let's hop on a call. Let's hop on a Zoom. Let's learn about each other and our businesses and how we can support one another. And Ferland says, yes, authentic relationships are so important. Yeah, they are. It's one of the building blocks and the main principles of building an excellent foundation to a scalable business. Organic networking. So again, number one, do message someone in a very authentic way, but do seek to message someone so you can connect with them offline. The goal of your message is to ask the person, let's learn about one another offline. Let's learn about each other. Let's hop on a call. Let's hop on a Zoom, right? So again, if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. If you've come on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live. Hashtag replay if you are watching this on the replay, and please don't forget to like, love, support whatever reaction you would like to leave this video, and please do follow my LinkedIn profile and turn my LinkedIn notification bell on. And Susan says the only way to feel the energy is live. 100%. You know, you don't want to go back and forth through a message. You want to feel that energy. And again, when you're on a Zoom with someone, when you're on a call with someone, virtual coffee, again, spot on. You know, there is no harm in getting on a call or a Zoom with someone and learning about each other, because you know what could happen? A very, very mutual relationship can be built, because what you have to offer may not benefit them, and what they offer may not benefit you, but now you know what you both offer. So if you're networking with other people, either online or offline, and someone says they're looking for help in a certain area, and I remember what Peter does, I remember what Susan and Ferland and Jeff does, I could say, listen, I made a connection with this great guy in South Africa, Peter. This is what he does. It's exactly what you're looking for. Let me make an introduction. That's exactly how it happens. This is how relationships are built, and it's exactly how businesses are scaled and grown. Now, the third and final thing, and again, if this is making sense and if you are finding value in this, just drop an I am in the chat below. If you're finding value and this is helping, or it's reinforcing maybe something you've been feeling, and this is kind of reinforcing that feeling that you're like, yep, spot on, totally agree, just drop an I am in the comments below. Now, third and final. And before we hop off, I'm going to go through all the do nots and the do's again, just so people can go through it again and see visually. So the third and final thing is, do seek to message people in a way where it's mutually beneficial for you to be connected in the first place. Do seek to message people in a way where it's mutually beneficial for you to be connected in the first place. And Jeff says, and thus the link part of LinkedIn. Love it. And Peter says, I am good. I'm glad you're finding value in this. So here's the deal. I do this in my trainings all the time. You know, the courses that I teach, the workshops that I do. Thank you, Ferland. One of the big things that I teach is you want to connect with people with purpose. Now, let me dig into that. Meaning, you're not connecting people that have a purpose in their life. There needs to be a purpose behind the person you're connecting with. So whenever I'm connecting with people on LinkedIn, I'm connecting with people that there's a reason, there's a purpose, there's a connection point where a hole and a gap and a void in their business or in my business or in our network's business can be filled by something that either I offer or they offer. And Susan says efficiency, bouncing off each other's questions and answers, all done in the least time. Absolutely. When you make a great connection with someone, it's not, again, selling and pitching them. It's connecting with people where you know, based on that person's background and your background, there will be some common ground, right? There will be a place for you to share what it is that you do. They're going to share a little bit of what they do, and you two can determine how we can best take this business relationship forward. Should we be referral partners? Is there something that I offer that you actually need right now? Is there something that you offer that I need right now? So you want to message people in a way where it is mutually beneficial for you to be connected in the first place. You don't want to do something called spray and pray. You don't want to just connect and message people hoping you get any response at all, because even if you get a response and the person wants to talk, if there's no mutual beneficial connection point between you and that person, the conversation is going to fall flat. It's not mutually beneficial, and it's not going to go anywhere in the first place. So why waste each other's time? So seek to connect with people and message people where it's mutually beneficial for you both to be connected. So if all this has made sense, drop a Y or a yes in the chat box, or it has. And again, just to review, do not use any automated services that will get you kicked off the platform. It's violating the user agreement of LinkedIn. And how genuine and authentic is that? It's not. Do not send an 18-paragraph long drunkalog verbal vomit message upon connecting with someone. That is an immediate disconnect and block. Third and final, do not sell and pitch someone on something they don't even need, or make any bold promises that you cannot deliver on. Do message someone in a very authentic and genuine way. Do seek to message someone so you can connect with them offline to get to know one another better. And do seek to message people in a way where it's mutually beneficial for you to be connected in the first place. So again, I hope all of you found value in this. Again, if anyone is looking to learn more about how I help people, if you go to my LinkedIn profile, I actually have a gift for every single person that checks out my LinkedIn profile. You'll see it in my headline. I have a free infographic that helps people how to optimize their LinkedIn profile better so you can become more visible, attract better connections, have better conversations, and it's my free gift to all of you. So I hope each and every one of you found value in today's training. Love and gratitude to each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you next time.